C-Town Stand Up, we're back here at the lunch table, Seattle's #1 source for hip-hop news and discussion. I'm Caj Encee with M-Pyre, Feez, the Germ. We got a special guest with us here in the building, man. We got Big Jones in the building, man. Give it Big Jones. New single, new visual out now with Extra.
Yes, sir.
On all platforms, man. How's your weekend been, bro?
Pretty good. Just been working, doing some interviews, and just family time.
Got to. Yeah, man. I know you got one already, and I saw you got another one on the way.
Yeah.
Man,
December.
how was
back.
Yeah.
December?
Yeah.
Winter babies.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's at. When's your birthday?
March 24th.
Oh, so you're in the spring.
Yeah.
But you got to get to the spring. Got to do it. Lay it down in the spring. You get to the winter baby.
He put that thing down on his birthday. He was like, yo, it's a birthday love.
Oh, man.
He's telling me, like, hold up.
Oh, shit.
That makes sense.
Ah, man.
Says happy birthday, baby.
Weekend's been good, man. Week been crazy, man. You go grab one of them Chick-fil-A sandwiches this week, bro?
Chick-fil-A?
Popeye.
Yeah, or no, Popeyes.
You about to say.
Oh, the Popeyes. Yeah.
Actually, I'm allergic.
Chick-fil-A.
We can't be
Chick-fil-A is
supporting
hot.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is hot. The Popeye sandwiches.
I tried, the first time I went to go try, I went at like 11 o'clock, and they were like, we'll have them at 4. So I came back at 4. And then I'm in the line, like, waiting for like 15 minutes. But then I see 2 kids, like, walk in, and they walked out empty-handed. So I'm like, I know they went in there for the sandwich. They walked out without the sandwich. I pulled off.
I know
So I
they
still
went
ain't
in
tried
there
it
for the
yet,
sandwich.
but
You gotta
I'm
go to the
waiting.
one in Renton, though.
I
Man,
saw
that's a mob just for a chicken sandwich.
That's 5 minutes for me.
I feel it.
I'm out here, by the way.
You went and grabbed one, Feez?
I live right next to a Popeyes.
Popeyes be messing with my stomach, bro.
I can't do Popeyes, man.
I just know it's gonna be slapping,
They
though.
can't be going through that.
I used to be able to fuck with Popeyes, and then I saw one bad tweet. With
With the raw meat.
with the maggots underneath the breading. I don't even
That's a
think it was.
disgruntled employee, bro.
I don't even think. How do you make that?
That's a disgruntled employee.
How do you make that?
That takes a while.
Some dude been leaving the chicken
Bro,
behind
because
the back of
bro,
the
that was
oven for like 2 weeks
You
and then
can't put
cooking
the maggots
it.
is not surviving a fry,
That was premeditated.
That's crazy.
so it got in there after it was fried, and then they served it.
Niggas. Oh, shit, my bad.
They just live in that area.
Bro, that means they had chicken on
Bro.
ice, and then they just reheated it.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Fuck it.
What we had this weekend? Well, we had shout out to Marshall Law Band for putting on Splash Fest 2019 yesterday. That was a dope event to be in.
Shit look live.
Some dope performances in there. Scarlet Park was in there.
Performance of the night, by the way.
She's
Yeah.
crazy. She got talent. And
her
she
stock's really going up, and I really like her music video
How many
too.
how many stages they have in there? Like 2 or 3?
They had 2.
2?
Oh, they had another room, though.
They had like one was like it was a really small, very intimate area. You know what I'm saying?
Because
then
it's
the other
the porch,
one,
and
right?
then there was the...
It was on a porch, exactly. It was on a
Patio,
covered on the covered porch is where
Yeah.
one of the stages were. But no, that was another great dope event. Follow up on had the lunch table in there. Me and Feez had a chance to judge the rap battle at the end.
Oh, man.
I didn't know when it was gonna happen. I almost fell asleep before.
Bro, we were like, it was 2 hours late. I was ready to go home. I'm like,
Sounds is like a hip-hop event.
yeah.
No, it was an hour.
It sounds like an event in
It's like some
general.
nigga
I
shit.
won't
It was
just
an
classify
hour.
hip-hop, man. I got to stop
It was
shitting
an
on
hour.
hip-hop. It sounds like
It's
an
like some
event.
nigga shit. Like,
I mean, any event.
Right. But that's what's
Any
up, man.
nigga,
Marshall really doing it, man. And the whole band, but I know him as a person, you know, he's definitely the face of it. He's out here with positive energy, bro. He be at a lot of people's shows, promoting a lot of cats online, showing a lot of love, and then putting together stuff like this, opportunities for a lot of people, and
that's what it's about.
and genuinely trying to build the culture. And that's what, you know what I mean? That's what we're doing here. So I think, you know,
I think we definitely are doing that here as well.
just
Like,
recognize.
I was telling Cash that yesterday. I said, man, this is the first time I've been somewhere where I can shake as many hands as I want. Someone step on my shoe. I'm like, hey, bro, it's cool, bro. Don't worry about it. It's not no tension.
I'm not on that tip, but yeah.
It was cool. I had to stop one dude, though. He just blatantly just, wham! He just kept running.
I remember.
I'm like, come here, yo, come here. Let me holler at you real quick.
He
Don't do
intentionally
that.
smudged it, man.
I was like, I know I got the Laker colors on, bro. I was there Lakered out, bro. I was there Lakered
why-
out. Crips looking at me like he wearing purple too, cuz. Like, but no, overall, it was a great event. The energy was dope.
Rap battle.
Cash, man, like don't ever do that again when you judge it, man. Don't be that
What?
precise.
What do you mean? Don't
I
be
couldn't-
precise. I delivered
Oh, they came
exactly
from my
what
head.
they wanted
came
to
from
hear.
my head. I wanted to give the overall, right? And I said I shouldn't go first. Because I mean, they're gonna hate him first if he goes first. But then
And that plan backfired on
It
you.
backfired. It definitely backfired.
I went first.
He went first. He gave he was taking his notes along the way.
Take my notes.
And that's what. I do battle. I
He
battle
forgot
rap.
a pen, bro. He
I
had
know
paper, but he
done
had no
this.
pen.
I've done this.
Okay, so
I have a resume with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah. So he took his notes, which was very smart. Bro was always precise. I applaud him for it. I really commend him on it. I wish I was more like on that level. But organized. But so there's a name Deezy?
DZ Kane
versus I Am Shamel. So that battle was very, at the last moment. The thing I was kind of confused about it is, okay, you had a pre-written DZ K? Yeah,
Kane or K?
K, one of those. He was from New Orleans. He had that little, that currency, the draw, the lip like this, doing all that. He was barking on her, bro. He was definitely barking on her. But I couldn't do too many fat jokes about sister, though. He was just calling her, bitch, fat, you fat, bitch. But he was barking on her like Tay-Rock. And I was like, this nigga's, he got me wanting to jump in and talk some shit. I wanted to battle him for a second. But Shamel went up. She definitely gave it her all. But the only thing is Shamel was capable of beating, bro. And I'm going to let you elaborate more on this one. But she was very much capable of beating him. But being that she had to get this prepared under short notice. And also she performed, 3-4 songs before going on the battle. So her energy was not there. And that's one of the key things I look for in battles. Your vocal projection, delivery, energy, lyrical ability. It was some aspects missing from that, and she's fully capable of. So I felt it wasn't a good idea for her to perform before her battle. For the most part, Cash definitely gave her an exact, precise, judgmental view on it. I went in and saying, I'm not going to break down the rounds. I'm going in overall. Bro brought that energy. He kept me awoke and awake, and it was 1 a.m., bro. It's 1 a.m. That's what it played a role in, going on late. Shamel, she definitely was, coming back after after the sudden death hit, because they went into another round. Yeah. One more round. She kind of woke
you
up.
You ordered that. That was executive order.
I wanted it.
I don't know.
I wanted it.
I thought it was clear. At the end of the 3,
I wanted to give her a shot, bro. I wanted to give her a shot.
I was done. I heard
I was tired, though. I'm not going to lie. But I didn't want
home.
her leaving there with no dignity. You feel me? But it went down to where dude was just kept barking on her, kept coming at her with it. And she was trying to find a solution on how she can break him down. I'm like, you got to talk disrespectful to this nigga if he doing it to you. You can't just go in there with the conscious approach. It just doesn't work like that. That's my thing. If you're going to battle somebody, you battling them.
Right.
You don't just do that whole, why you mad, man? Just standing there. Like, you can't do that. That's not the aspect of it. So what I have, once I saw a lot of black women there looking like they want to bite my fucking head off, when I said Dizzy won that, you know what I mean? I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'll put up my own bread, $1,000 cash prize for a rematch. Marshall, you set it up. I provide the bread. They'll be more prepared and no performances from neither one of their asses. Like, don't do that. This is a battle. They got to be prepared. Check the nerves out. Let them smoke. Let them drink a little bit. Let them get into it.
I'll make it quick, man. I'll make it quick before we get to Big Jones, man. I thought Deezy's wordplay was just better. I thought he had better bars, better similes, better metaphors.
She said he repeated himself over and over.
He was
calling her bitch a lot and calling her
fat. He was repetitive with the fat joke. I docked him for that too. I said that. I was like, I docked him for that. I thought he had
20 points.
I thought he showed, you know what I'm saying? If I'm watching a rap battle, I'm looking for a rebuttal, I'm looking for a freestyle, I'm looking for crowd control, I'm looking for energy, I'm looking for stage presence, right?
Exactly.
And your bars. You know what I'm saying? So when it came down to it, I thought he had better bars, better freestyle, he came with better energy. I thought she had better crowd control. I think she was the crowd favorite.
Well, the women,
you know
because she hometown hero.
And then she had the clear sudden death round, but just across the first 3 rounds, man, it was an easy decision for DZ. But anyways, man, back to our guy Big Jones, man, special guest in the house today, man. For people who are unfamiliar with you, bro, how'd you get started on this music journey?
Started back when I was like in 6th grade. I got an iPod Nano as a birthday gift, and
Damn,
then
that's the one with no screen, huh?
No, it has a screen. It's like a hella small
shuffle.
one.
That's the shuffle.
Yeah.
I
got a little Nano, and that's when I found out about like voice memos. So then I used to just look up like instrumentals on my laptop and like hold the Nano up close to it and rap into it. And that's when I first started hearing myself, and I kind of liked it. But even though back then, like looking back from where I am now, looking back then, like you know, shit wasn't like all the way there, of course, because I
Yeah.
just started doing it. But I just liked how I sound, and I just kept on just working at it. And then at a certain point, I was like 15, 16, and my oldest brother gave me a mic, and I started working on music from there in my room type shit. Then I was like 17 or 18, I got my first studio, and then started like learning what like mixing and mastering was. Before then, I would just record a track in the room, put it out, not even know any better that you're supposed to get that shit like touched
Supposed
up.
to get mixed.
Yeah,
Right.
but I would just put it out not knowing, but people were still like fucking with just like the journey and just the music in general. So as I just polished up my craft and got better at it, and just that's where I'm at right now. So
Right.
So-
What kind of music you grow up on?
well, I grew up with my mom is she's very in the church, so listening to rap was kind of, I had to like sneak it, or it had to be like the clean version of stuff.
Right.
So I grew up. I was born in '96, so like my first introduction to rap, as far as like me listening to it, was a little Bow Wow, cause like he was like that cat that was just
Talk with me,
he was
Bow.
everywhere. Man, he was everywhere, and like he was young, and like I was young, so I'm looking at this like young cat, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, like he's cool, like I like his style, and it was that, and I have older brothers, so like I listen to what they listen to, so I listened to a lot of 50 Cent.
50.
That was when Soulja Boy was kind of like coming up to on like
Right.
the whole scene, so I grew up on like that type stuff.
Yeah.
I really listen to everything. Like you guys were talking earlier, like Luda, listen to Luda, like Nelly, like anything from early 2000s to now. Like I know about it, I've listened to it, so pretty versatile on what I grew up listening to,
Got you.
and like a lot of other stuff other than rap too. Like with my parents listening to music, so
that joint, that
Baker,
Kirk
Pay the
Franklin,
Bill.
Kirk Franklin, TD,
Fred Hammond?
Fred Hammond,
the CC Winans.
CC
do
Winans,
CeCe
John P.
Winans.
Key. That's
I
the
don't
John P. Key. He had the classics back in the day too. There's a lot, and then like
There's a
jazz
lot.
artists. My mom listened to jazz, and like my mom's half Mexican, so Saturday mornings we be listening to like Spanish music in the house. Sometimes we're cleaning up the house. So
So you got some Spanglish in you?
yeah, I'm a quarter Mexican.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you got 2 older brothers,
I have 3 older brothers.
3 older
and an
brothers,
older
man?
sister. Yeah.
and they do music also.
So my oldest brother Lee, he was in college. He went to Idaho for football back in the day, but him and his friends had a rap group called Goon Squad, and they used to make cuts. Like that's really another reason how I got into music tough, just because like I knew that they weren't A-list celebrity type shit, but I'm hearing the music and like my ears then and even my ears now, I'm like, this shit's hot. Like, and it's crazy because this is my brother, so I saw that it was possible to make music that's dope.
Yeah.
You know, so shit like that just kind of gave me like more inspiration, but. Other than that, my brother Blake, he plays sports too, but like we all could do music. It's just like about if you want to or not. But he rapped on. He's on a couple of my projects too. He did music on his own back in the day, and then my brother Bremon, he sings, so he has a good voice, so stuff like that.
So everybody in music be on.
My dad sings, yeah. My mom can sing, like yeah. So it's in the blood.
That's what's up, man. You know, Feez was telling me about you quite a bit ago. And I was like, man, I ain't never heard of bro before, you know what I'm saying? And he started showing me some of his stuff. And then I seen you drop the song Won't Miss right when you was getting ready to roll the project out.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this shit's hot, bro. And
Yeah.
I DM'd you on it
Yeah,
too, bro.
yeah.
I was like, yo, this shit's really in my daily rotation. I put this shit in my playlist, bro. And it's like very few artists who, I think you're probably the only artist. I think I actually fuck with Louis' track a lot too. What is it? Driver. I fuck with that song a lot.
Yeah, I like that. Dude.
Those is one of the few two, and including your song that really got in there. So, but
Appreciate it.
definitely, and from Work That, Twerk That, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying, to Won't Miss.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen another artist consistently put out like another song that I like.
Yeah.
Right after that, you know what I'm saying? They'll put out a song,
Yeah.
and then they'll put out one that's like,
dud.
you could have did better than that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or
yeah.
maybe I wasn't fuck with that. But that's 3. That's 3, and I fuck with Won't Miss, the toughest.
Appreciate
for
it.
For sure.
Thank you.
Now from all them songs, each of those kind of take like a different vibe too. Like Work That, Twerk That, I was like more
Ready
of a club
Go,
joint.
the Ready Go joint. I don't know if you saw that video, but I dropped the Ready Go after Won't Miss, and then the Work That, Twerk That,
That's
and then extra.
Yeah, I did see that joint
Yeah.
too. I forgot about that.
That's when I'm
another
like
one.
gardening in the video.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did see that when you by the pool.
llamas. Yeah.
Yep. I did see that. Yeah, all those kind of take on a different vibe. You know, from a club joint to more like I'm that nigga, like and like Won't Miss.
Yeah.
What's kind of like your favorite direction to take things when you're creating?
Honestly, like I'm like how I was saying, I listen to a lot of different types of music. I make a lot of different types. So I like all the lanes that I like do when I do make music. but like just like anybody, I feel like I just love talking my shit. So on tracks where like I have like more of a cocky demeanor where I'm just like, cause I don't usually talk my shit like personally type shit on every song. It's more so just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's a difference when you're talking your shit on a track and when you're like gassing and like you usually don't hype
some shit's
yourself
just
up
facts.
like that.
Some shit's just reality.
Yeah, and like sometimes you just gotta like verbalize it. So it'd be the tracks like those. 'Cause I got a new track in the vault right now that's really on that flow, just like talking my shit. And I sent it to my cousin and he was like, "This is your vintage like sound. Like this is you." Like, but he's like, he understands why I be venturing out and doing different sounds, because if I just did the sound I sent him, it would just be like it's a rap.
Right.
So yeah, I just like talking my shit on tracks. That's probably my favorite flow. That's why I Won't Miss was so hard.
Yeah.
'Cause I freestyled a little bit of that and I wrote some of it. So a lot of the shit was just like raw in the studio.
Right.
And like the flows I was choosing, but like the hook came to me off rip.
That's the type of shit that I vibe too hard. As we talking about, like Drake's my favorite. Everybody know that, man. Like when this nigga talk his shit and he's like talking about like, yeah, because we like to embody that ourselves. We listen to our favorite dude.
Yeah.
And we feel like we're balling right there with him, Game 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we get tap into that vibe, it's always dope. So I like to create the same type of music. And I see the progression, bro. Like each time you do a release, it's like you take a new different angle, whether it's marketing with the video, how you're rolling it out. What's kind of like the biggest and most important thing that you're focused on right now? Being like an independent artist, because we got so many different hats we got to wear, man.
Right now, me and my manager, we're really just locked in on getting some merch created, start off a merch line, because I've had the idea for merch for some years now, but I didn't ever want to start something when I didn't have all the pieces that I knew I needed to make it really reach its full potential. But I feel like we're getting those pieces now. So start merch, just get my stuff out there more, figuring out ways to just get on more like bills for festivals and stuff, and like little mini tours or just shows, period, because that's one of the things I love most about just being an artist, like performing, because every time I perform, like it's the crowd rocks with me and I rock with the crowd, and the energy is crazy every performance. Like I don't know if any of you guys ever been to a show, but I know you have for sure. But yeah, it's just I just love interaction with the people, and that's another thing with my music. Like I make music, like we were saying earlier, like when the listeners listen to it, they're like, yeah, they kind of relate to it. So I want to give you like quotables that you could walk away with and like, apply that shit to your life.
Some one-liners, some punchlines to walk away with.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What are you doing to keep saying right now, man?
Keep saying, just pray.
The world is...
And just look, keeping positive, like, because, being a up-and-coming artist, and then, you already got like the other stuff just like that real life gives you. It's just hard to balance sometimes. I mean, especially like when I had my daughter, like I definitely saw that like time is crucial. I was talking to Feez before I had my daughter, and he was letting me know like some things about parenthood type stuff, and like I see all that is real. Like I already knew prioritizing was a must, but just time period. Like it's harder to get in the stew, harder to do shows like when I want to, or just go out and like when I want to, because it's just like you got a whole different outlook on what you're doing shit for. So I don't know, at the end of the day, stay sane. I just be making music, just writing. I always be writing at the house, like, because you could always do that no matter like what you're doing at the end of the day. So
that's our sanctuary right there.
Yeah,
that's our mental sanctuary.
Yeah, just writing.
Like I know for me, man, it's like if I don't even go, there are days where I don't sit in my actual studio, but like if I don't hop in my notepad,
yeah, if you ain't cooking up,
like the day feels like a failure. Like what the fuck did I just do today?
You can write 8 bars or at least 24 bars.
At least a stanza or something.
Yeah, or cadence you can work on.
Yeah.
I freestyle in the car every day to YouTube type beats. Just do that every day. Just work on that.
What was I gonna get to next? I was gonna say, what's kind of like your process in the studio, man? For when how do you like feel out a track that you feel like, oh yeah, let's try to turn this into something.
9 times out of 10, I already so I find the beat, whatever, and I write the song at my house, and then I go over it so much at my house that like I know like how I'm about to punch it when I get in the studio. Cause I know like time is money, so you pay for studio hours.
Yep.
Like a lot of people go in the studio and like
bullshit.
They're making up the song in the studio, and like that's cool, but like if you're on a budget, like I'm on a budget, so I'm not about to go in the studio and make up a song for an hour and a half and then only have 30 minutes to record half of it.
Yeah.
So I usually be going in with the whole song already like in my head how I want it to sound. 9 times out of 10 we hit it on the head like right away. So cause I practice it so much at my house already. But really that's my process with that. Just I usually don't have a lot of people in the studio. Usually it's just my manager or just me or like my bro Glenn or my guy Chase or something like that. It's usually like 1 or 2 people max, but I gotta trust you enough, bro. I'm like, you could be around me in my creative mode.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be like, sometimes it's like melodic joints and like you don't always want to have like all the bros around when you singing like some high voice shit for the females.
I mean,
so.
yeah, I mean, fuck it though, but it's
They
like
believe in your creativity.
Exactly. Like that's like the energy is like that's why I only have so many because I know the energy already. Like I don't want to have to find out your energy is bad during one of my sessions.
On my dollar.
The energy is crucial in the studio. Like
it can make you not want to record no more. It can make you want to go in harder.
It can make you irritated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could bring you down just as much as it could bring you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember Mitch, I know you remember the one time we was up at the studio up in Linwood, and I don't know who was in the back, but I was having a session. I was like, yo, it's cool if y'all is in here, but y'all gotta like, I need y'all to bring it way down.
I remember that, but
you know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
remember
I think I recall that little conversation at one point. There was something going on.
I don't know who was. It wasn't even someone that was a regular. I don't even think they was like.
I can't remember.
They was with somebody who was like in there to be. I don't know. But it was like not your home.
That was that spot because it was never. That was not fully my spot, So I feel like
Yeah, there was always some
motherfuckers up in there.
Yeah,
And then they always had somebody else up in there that was like super just stoked on everything and
stoked.
And that was my shit. My shit is like when I come here, even though it was my spot and I paid the rent, it's like when I only got so much time. I got a job. I got a wife, man. I only got so much time. So like when I'm in here, I'm trying to clock in. You can talk to me, but like I might not even talk back to you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Y'all was by a church too. They were hating hard on y'all ass.
Nah, what's crazy is the church was cool. Nah. It was tough to because one
Putting
day
stickers on them niggas. shit,
one day it was like one day like for the first couple weeks it was all black. So I'm like, there's a black church. And then all of a sudden it's all Asians. And then all of a sudden it was like all Russians. And I was like, bro, like this shit is like a multicultural, I don't know.
Scientology.
But they be swapping it out. But anyways, the cleaning company is the one that's hating, bro.
Okay.
They almost got kicked out of there 3 times for smoking weed.
Know that shooting nasty films and shit.
How many times we gotta tell you to stop smoking weed inside before we kick your ass out? I know I said.
I swear, every time I
this
came
the last time.
Every time I came through, you'd be like, "We can't be smoking in here," and then we end up smoking. we just pop open the little moonlight window. That shit was clown.
I missed that spot, man.
That was a great.
All right, R.I.P. man.
That was a great little joint.
We need to bring that back. Somebody bring it back to the table for us.
Big Jones, man. What's your whose production are you fucking with most right now? Is it in state? Is it on the net? Where you grabbing these beats from?
So my godbrother, he goes by Mr. Martels. He makes a lot of my beats as far as like I was talking earlier, like the ones I talk my shit on a lot. Like I have a song called Cooler, and he made that beat. I have a few other joints he made, but he makes a lot of my beats. And then a lot of them, like you said, like I go on YouTube and I search up beats on there because, like, honestly, like YouTube producers, quote unquote, they get a bad rep. Honestly, like they're still producers. They're just putting their shit on a platform. That's YouTube. So I go get the beat. I really buy it though. Like, I'll buy the beat and like I'll do my part.
Trust.
Yeah, but like I used to not. I ain't gonna lie. I used to not do that part.
Shit, I'll rip your shit right off the web.
Purchase your tracks today.
Rip that shit. Copy it. Let's go.
Yeah. Like I used to like rip the shit and like sometimes I'll get like whoever my engineer is to just like take out the tags, but. Like as I just do like this music stuff longer and longer, like integrity's real. Like, and even if it goes unseen or like it's whatever, like the dude might not even know that I really bought his beat or whatever. Because sometimes like I'll hit the producer and show him the track, and then they'll be like, "What's your email?" And I know that they're trying to see like, "Nigga, did you really buy this beat?" So like, and like they see that I do, so then they just fuck with me even more off that just because like I really just didn't take their shit for free.
Yeah.
So and then it comes off. It sounds cleaner too when you really purchase it because you get a different version. So that shit just matters more, and I see it. So
there's a megabyte breakdown when you rip it and it's not even the MP3 or the wave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you build that bridge.
Exactly.
Maybe you're just a purchase of the producer. You help pay for the rent this month. Cool. Game recognized game. But sometimes you buy one or two, and I know you've made a lot of relationships with guys off YouTube where it's like, bro, I fuck with you eventually, and then. You might be getting the deals or you might be getting the exclude,
No, yeah. I have some people like that where like they make beats and put them on YouTube, but then like they reach out to me and then like all of a sudden like I don't even got to go on their YouTube no more. They just hit me now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. And then also, I mean, how are you trying to get paid as artists? Because that's the thing. Every artist stealing beats is out here on record talking about pay me, give me my money.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're jerking the producer, bro.
Exactly.
The hell's up with that?
Yeah.
I'm just a disgruntled
Mitch
I'm just a
hasn't got
disgruntled
paid
producer,
yet.
man.
Niggas owe Mitch some bread. Niggas owe
I mean, if niggas really did their research and they really looked at these cats who are producers and put their beats out on YouTube.
A lot of them,
and you go to their Twitters,
Yeah.
and you go to their Instagrams, you'll see that
their credits?
and exactly, you see their credits, and you see who they're fucking with, you see who they produce with.
Cash Money AP be on everybody's shit.
Bro, Cash Money AP, this
RSK.
nigga been around. This nigga been grinding for so
I've been
long.
seeing his name for years.
This nigga been grinding
It's
for
dope
so
seeing that
long.
type of shit. Taylor King.
Taylor King,
Taylor King's dope.
Taylor
Birdie.
King.
Taylor
I know you
King's
probably
dope.
seen Birdie Bands. That
Birdie
nigga-
Band. Yeah, a lot of people.
Beat Plug, that nigga been around forever.
Beat Plug been around, yeah.
Ever.
Motion Beast, he be making filthy
I
stuff.
fuck with RSK.
Did you heard of
RSK?
Rick and Thaddeus?
Rick and
Them-
Thaddeus.
Rick and Thaddeus.
Uh-uh.
Them niggas used to produce for Bryson Tiller like way back when before
I
this
think
nigga
I
got
know
on.
what you're talking about it.
Bryson
My favorite
Tiller,
shot beats
the
too.
beat for that song he got big on.
Don't.
Don't.
Or-
Yeah, that's that beat. He got that on like SoundClick, and I got that beat
That
off of
nigga-
YouTube.
that
So
nigga-
like
yeah,
2 years,
bro.
a year prior to him dropping that, I dropped a song, but that was like kind of like mid to early in my music time. So it was cool. Like listen to my song, but then like hearing his after, I'm like, damn, that's crazy
kinda
how
like,
shit
oh,
works.
man.
Bro, you know K Swisher?
K Swisher,
K Swisher, that's Made in Tokyo's main producer.
Yeah.
That nigga was been grinding for a long. And I actually had, bro, I had Skateboard P before Skateboard P came out.
Damn, that's crazy.
I still got it on my phone, bro.
I
Like,
feel you though. Like it's weird.
bro, yeah, it came out 3 months later.
Damn.
It was
3
crazy.
months?
Yeah.
Damn.
I had a beat that was similar with the King Louis joint, Just Relax. I was hot when I saw he had that beat.
King Louis. Shout out
Shout out
King
to
Louis.
C6. Shout out to C6 and King Louis.
Also, yeah, the only other thing about YouTube beats is that people clown on isn't actually the quality of the beat. It's when niggas have the tag on the beat.
But they do that so that like
Purchase
folks
your
can't
tracks
rip them.
No,
Because you're gonna have to
no, when,
deal
like,
with.
when niggas are like,
doing that.
oh, you got YouTube beats, and it's like it fucks up the prestige of it being a beat that you found on YouTube because it has the tag on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Purchase your tracks today, right in the fucking middle of the song. Like,
The best part, too, and the best
But it usually
pocket.
be the nice beats that have
Best
that on there
pockets.
too, because they know like this shit
They
has
know.
potential. So I'm about to
right
attack
on the
fuck out of
down,
this.
right on the downbeat.
Yeah.
I feel like Helicash from like Cali and Detroit be having that shit all throughout their shit.
Oh, I didn't heard it.
Motherfuckers are
I
not
done heard
rapping
it
on
around
beats.
here.
Also
They play
got
the
come with the
jukebox.
purchase your tracks today tag.
I didn't heard it around here.
Parties and shit like that.
All that.
Who's some of your favorite people to listen to right now? Favorite artists?
Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Drake, Kendrick. I like Lil Tecca. He's this young artist coming up right now.
That ransom.
I like Dave East,
Yes.
Young
Dave
Thug.
East.
I mean, I like. There's not many artists I don't like, and that's just because I appreciate art for what it is, and like,
Right.
everybody makes different art. So I listen to everybody. Like, I don't know if you guys know Spooky Black. He hasn't dropped music in a minute, but hey, if I got Glenn put me on a Spooky Black back in college, and I've been a fan since. Like, yeah, he hella
Wait,
vibes.
Spooky Black,
man.
is that the white boy?
Yeah, he goes by Corbin now. That's his real name.
And he had like
The song with Bobby raps. His visuals are kind of weird.
his visuals is
They're
super
kind of like
low budget,
1990.
like-
They look hella low budget, but he's doing that on purpose.
yeah,
like,
no, 100%. That's his aesthetic. That's his
yeah.
raw aesthetic.
I want to see him do a show out here in Seattle, but I ain't seen nobody do it yet. Put it together, but I think he would sell out. Nice.
I think he would actually
he's the vibe out here.
bring quite a draw
Yeah,
just off the name.
yeah. But yeah, I just I listen to a lot of people, like a lot of different genres. I don't know how to explain it, but
Who's your favorite new artist that you've been listening to this year?
favorite new artist I've been listening to this year. New artist this year.
There's a lot of new niggas these days.
I'm like, I mean, he's not really new, but Young Band's new project.
Yeah.
I'll say you're a
He-
newcomer.
Okay, he got
But
some.
we've been paying attention, so
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
You know what I'm
But he
saying?
got some slaps on his new album. Like I said, Lil Tecca. I mean, there's certain like, I'm a fan of melody, so
Fuck with
if-
Gunna.
I fuck with Gunna. I fuck
Lil
with Lil
Baby.
Baby more though, yeah. But then I'm not one to compare, but like a lot of people compare, so I just always like saying like I think Lil Baby. He busted down the door, kind of.
You know what that nigga said, right?
Man,
You know what Lil Baby said? He said he used to pay Gunna to write his songs.
I believe it.
man. I mean,
I believe
kinda
that.
figured-
Before I started,
I kinda
because
figured.
if
I mean,
if
Lil
you ever
Baby
watch-
wasn't a rapper. He was in the streets.
Exactly.
So
If you ever watch his early interviews, Lil Baby was like, "Bah, I don't even really like doing this shit."
yeah.
Yeah.
P and them
Right.
really had to get him off the streets, like be like, bro, come hop in the stew. And then that's when the freestyle joint came out.
Exactly.
And then that shit just went crazy.
But yeah, it was just
Hey.
a recent interview. He was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "No cap. I used to pay this nigga Gunna like $100 just to like write a quick song for me because this nigga had been rapping, you know what I'm saying, and he knew how to like structure the shit way better than I did." What's like speaking of features and stuff, like what's like your kind of just prerequisites just for working with different people, man? Like, you know, people are very selective with who they choose to work. What's kind of like the those things for you? What are those check boxes that got to get checked before you can work with somebody?
I mean, I don't like putting too much on that because at the end of the day, like I'll work with somebody if they're like, it depends on like a lot of different factors. Like you could just have good energy. Your music don't gotta be like the best out, but if you have good energy and like, you know, I can tell you're hungry for like better for yourself, then like I'm gonna work with you because like I used to be there. Like when like a lot of people didn't hit me back for features or nothing like that, and like years later they hit me just like tell me like they fuck with my music, but like I know they don't remember me hitting them up back in the day.
Yeah.
Or if they do, like they think I forgot, but I don't forget shit. But I don't hold no grudges either because you
Trust.
can't take nothing personal with music. Like because
Trust.
like shit just happens. Like people's plates get full and shit. A lot of different reasons for a lot of things in the music shit, but you just don't take shit personal, then it's good. So for me, it's just about energy and just like where I see you going with the shit and how you are as a person. Like if I've heard things like where like, you know, you're greasing artists and shit like that, and then like you try to do something with me because you fuck with my music, then I'll probably like tax you because I heard you were greasing like
real.
other people. So okay, like I'll
Yeah.
just do this as a real business transaction. But
Exactly.
yeah, other than that, I'm pretty open.
Got you. Yeah, it's more like that's why you always gotta take things with like a grain of salt in music, because I done gone through the same things where it's just like people, they end up paying attention to your music, and so yeah, you just gotta not burn that bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what else, man? What you got, Feez?
Man,
What you got? This is your guy, man.
it's my motherfucking guy right here, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like the first time I heard about bro, my little cousin Ryan, his fat ass, he was fuck that little nigga. nigga left my. I ain't gonna go. I'm not gonna go into it. We're not going
Ryan,
into
but
it.
I'm about to
We're not
ride
going
for him
into it.
right
We're not
now.
gonna go into it. That nigga know I love him. But
Damn.
nah, but you know, some years back, years back, they were all in high school together. And they was telling me, my little cousin Ryan and Tony were like, you need to go fuck with Kid Jones. And I'm like, fuck is Kid Jones? I'm thinking like this. I'm like, I'm in the scene, nigga. I know who hot. Like, but when they put me on a bro, I was like, oh, this nigga got some shit. Okay, like I'm hearing about him. Then I started rocking with a couple other people like 2-3 years ago, and they were like, man, Kid Jones. I'm like, I know who Buddy is. Booked him for a Death by Stereo. Had some conversations with bro. We chopped it down. We know mutual people. Too many mutual people damn near. And honestly, what I love about bro is the fact that he's genuine about who he is. The music, it just puts the icing on the cake. You like, this nigga's dope as fuck. You know what I mean? You making me hot.
I'm hot.
I'm hot too, I ain't gonna lie, nigga.
I was sweating all day yesterday, bro.
But
With the light on him.
First 48.
How long till he's snitching?
Hey, I'm taking the time, man. Don't put that on me.
but
On
no,
the second donut.
I'm light skinned, but
He
I'm
said,
home.
all right. What I was saying, he definitely brings a legitimacy to this music thing, especially being a young man that really takes this shit serious. Like when I heard it, he had his, he had kids on the way and all. I personally reached out because I became a parent at 18. So with me dabbling what I was dabbling with, and also trying to accomplish things in music, when a kid comes in the picture and your woman is like, I need you to be more serious about it. Are you really want to go through this, or we just not gonna do this? I understood the decisions he had to make, and also what he had to gain from it. For one, you this is the beginning of your legacy. Feel me? They gonna remember grandma, grandpa, but my father set the tone. My mother set the tone. You feel me? They got me the head start, and I told him like, your time is gonna be very precious. You're gonna have some people that's gonna want to invite you out, kick it, do this and that, fill you out, or try to finesse you for a feature. But you like, bro, I got 2 shorties at home, or got a kid at home. I don't have time for this with you. Like, you about your business, or I need to take my black ass back home. And when it comes to the music, this nigga's gifted. I've been in the studio with him where I had to kind of take a back seat, like, a nigga got to kind of switch it up and learn some melodies a little bit. Like, I learned from working with him. Like, I was like, yo, bro, is definitely a threat. Like, he's definitely a threat, not only for just this music scene alone, but I expressed to him just a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I feel like you can be the next pivotal sound. Like he definitely has it. He definitely is gonna be the more that I don't like to compare because he's in no one's class. He's in a class by himself. But if I could compare, I would say some of my favorite artists right now, like Sada Baby and Big Sean at the same time. And also he can go in a different direction with it, just because he has his own elements. You feel me? But I'm happy to have you up. We're happy to have you up here.
Appreciate it.
You know, I was trying to fight for this shit. Like, yo, get that nigga up here.
I was like, hey, man, let's make sure Big
you.
Jones ready when he come up to the lunch table, man. And it was like, hey, it grew on me, no doubt.
Hey, appreciate it.
And, you know, this man definitely gives credit where credit is due, and also Mitch as well. You know what I mean? And like, it's good to see that you're still on that wagon, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know, don't get distracted 1 second, man. Yeah. This shit will fuck you up, and especially being a family man. You know, so continue to knock out them joints.
Yeah.
Keep that shit going the way you want it to go. When you feel like it's time to grow, keep growing. Spread them wings. But nigga, you know, make sure you getting your pay first. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, at the end of the day, like this man did Death by Stereo for me for free. And I'm forever indebted with bro for that. I'm like, you know what? If I got another opportunity to put him on a bill, I got to pay bro out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to pay bro out. We're going to have to look out on that. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? Because he's one of those artists that takes the craft very serious. And it makes you feel like as an artist as well, we're like, okay, if this little nigga taking it serious, what the fuck am I doing? Like, okay, let's mark down, like, what are the priorities? And what are the distractions in my life right now? Then when you trim those down, you're like, okay, it's time to get on my job. So, and, you know, I feel like you're definitely in a good space, man. Give us a classic. These next couple coming, just give us a classic. That's the next thing.
Oh yeah, I got him in the vault.
I already know.
Speaking of the writing styles, man, because that's what always clicks with me. Like, when I hear a dope melody, that's what makes me tap into it. Is the beat good? Am I bouncing to the beat? And then a nigga come swaggy on it.
Yeah.
Swaggy with bars? Wow, that even elevates it a little even more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Is this kind of the way you've always approached your writing? Or like, I know for myself, it was like, because I love battle rap. I'm like, I'm trying to bar niggas to death. Like, I want bar after bar after bar. And sometimes I do that just for exercise. You know what I'm saying? I got an outro just like that. But did you switch up, or was it like, was melodies always something I was like, this is how I want to rock?
For me, I'm very heavy on the hook game, because I just know, like, kind of breaking it down to like back when we were all in school and learning how to write essays, and like the hook of the paper is supposed to draw you in and make you want to read the rest of the paper. The
thesis.
Like, yeah, so like the hook with music, that's really like what it's supposed to do in my opinion. Like, it's supposed to draw you in and make you want to listen to the rest of the track. Because you can have a weak hook and the listener might not even hear your verses because the hook didn't even make them want to keep listening. So I've always taken a lot of pride in my hooks, and I just come up with those really just, I hum melodies, or like kind of like I just like hum or just kind of say melodies type shit with no words really, and then I come up with the words after. But if I get the melody and know how I want to punch type shit, then the words just come easy because it just flows. Way
easier. You can start to fit in, like if you know how long you want your bar to be on a certain, like, however the measures of the beat is, and you're like, okay, now I can fit these syllables.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, for me, like, it's about syllables, like, because syllables is everything, like the way you punch and like the way you ride a beat. Because some people don't know how to ride a beat, but they'll rap on beat. Like, there's a difference between there's a difference between rapping on beat and riding the beat. Because if you rap on beat, like, yeah, your shit's gonna hit when it's supposed to and shit like that. But if you riding it, like,
I switched up.
You
that
sound
cadence.
like you a part of the beat.
Yeah.
Like, you're both complimenting, each other. So
you got a point.
That's why I try to do a lot, just ride the beat type shit, and that's why I try to do.
Yeah, it's like the difference between reading like a novel and a magazine.
That's a good analogy.
You throw some pictures in there, nigga might be a little bit more. Sense. I may be a little bit more interested. There's got some colors in there, some bigger text. You know what I mean? You break up the pages a little bit more, a little bit differently, rather than just looking at 10-point Times New Roman.
I was that picture nigga
for 300 pages.
Getting the picture.
Skip it straight to the middle of the book.
What does it look like for you to see?
Well, shit, man, before we get you out of here, man, we're into a segment that we call the lunch hour, man. We ask you some everyday basic questions, man.
Okay.
First one we got, man, hot or cold?
What do you mean? The weather?
Hot or cold?
What you prefer?
Like, some days I like cold, some days I like hot. What do you mean?
Hot or cold?
It means your energy, your vibe, the presence, the
shoot, it could
taste.
It could be days, it could be temperature,
cold.
It could be okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Cold nigga.
I get that. Yeah, there you go. Shit. Straight player shit.
Yeah, hot nigga, that's usually negative.
Yeah, hot nigga negative, bro. Like,
Hot, bro. That nigga hot,
like-
bro. You can't fuck with that
you
nigga.
a hot
man.
boy out here, huh? Like, you got the Jabot jeans, huh?
All right, man.
Keep your body clean, huh?
Yeah.
Next one, man. What's the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I think about, just blessed I woke up. Honestly,
I hear you. Another day, man. Get to wake up.
my mom texts me and my brothers every morning at like 6 a.m. type thing. So I see her text first. So the
That's love.
mom's is first.
Nothing like a mother's love, man.
Oh yeah.
My mother's just now hugging me. Go on.
Tough love. Feez got the tough love growing up, man.
My mom was hard on me, bro. She was hard on me.
I didn't know what to say to that.
That's why Feez got on
Oh,
all.
yeah, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
Feez.
I threw it off, man. Keep going, man.
That hurt.
Feez got the tough love. That's why Feez got on all black all the time. Speaking of the mornings, man, you waking up early, you waking up late.
Definitely wake up early.
Morning guy, you always been in the morning guy. Would you rather wake up late and choose to wake up early?
My dad's a morning person. So growing up, I've always seen my dad up super early. And then I've always been up super early just with him. And then just like now my body clock, I just wake up early. And then like with kids, like you really wake up early.
Gotta be up.
You wake up every like 4 hours, 3 hours type stuff.
You hear that shit? You wake up.
I'm glad I'm not in that phase like no more with this, but I'm about to get right back into it. So it's
Got
crazy.
another one.
It's your turn to get up. Go get up. Like,
Oh shit! I can't wait to avoid that conversation. It's your turn conversation.
ooh, I want to have another kid, but I'm
Then you
just
can live on a
like,
2-story house. Then you gotta go downstairs.
We gotta race. First one up, good. You know what I'm saying? We gotta switch the one mindset.
Shit, bro, I don't wake up, so it's real.
I'll go to-
I get woken up violently at like 3:30. Like
Miles be scratching Mitch and shit.
I've been up 3 times in a row. I'm like, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to box, man.
If she's keeping tally. All right, next one, man. Are you doing Taco Tuesday or Teriyaki Tuesday?
Oh shit.
Jesus, that is
hard.
tough.
Oh, it should be no contest, man.
I mean, I love tacos and I'm a quarter Mexican. But I love
no.
teriyaki. Like teriyaki is my favorite food, tied with like Mexican food. That's why it's hard right now. You guys, anybody? Hey, I live for teriyaki. I live for teriyaki. I'll say, shit.
He's like, man.
I say Taco
everybody-
Tuesdays because yaki gonna be the same every day, but on Tuesdays
Deadass.
tacos hit different. Tacos hit different on Tuesdays for sure.
Hey,
It's definitely a little different.
hey.
Yeah, I gotta go Teriyaki Tuesday.
What?
That ain't even a thing though.
It's not. It's yeah. It's just another. It's just another tea that you could throw with Tuesday.
I gotta go with tacos, man. Especially with the corn,
Corn
Bro,
tortillas.
some
My
homemade
mom make the
tortillas.
best homemade. My mom make the best homemade
Like there's
tacos.
no, bro. I mean,
Go
teriyaki
to
is good. Don't get me
Topless.
wrong.
Yeah.
But like you
Markets.
said,
Okay.
They be on your head when you don't get the
Farmer
corn tortillas.
Wow.
People be on your head when you don't get the corn. But I love flour
I love corn.
tortillas.
I don't like.
I like when I'm making carne asada at home. I like the flour tortillas then.
What's the difference when you do like it and you don't like it though? Where are you at when you don't like it?
One has more of a salty.
mean-
It has more of a saltier.
Nah, cause like if I'm grilling carne asada, right? I'm making the whole steak and I'm slapping that in the middle of a tortilla and the flour. I can like grip and like pull the steak apart, you know.
Okay.
Whereas like
like
if we're
college
having like
students, bro.
tacos, we're chopping up the carne, so it falls apart with every bite. You know what I mean? Bro, I mean, we get that shit 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? We go to Yakima, get that shit 20 pounds at a time. You know what I mean? Pre-marinated.
I need to get to.
Come on, man. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I need to get to Carniceria.
I'll put you on. I'll put you on.
Oh shoot. That was funny.
I'm with it.
All right.
Flowers a little bit better in that situation.
It would be a little bit better. Yeah, you got a little bit more durability.
Yeah,
out the-
yeah,
out the
yeah.
tortilla.
When was better, when was not. You know, I got a reasoning, man. It ain't for nothing, man. It ain't for
As long
nothing.
as it got a reason. All right, next one, man. You like wine or liquor better?
I'm not really a drinker, but I don't know. I mean, I'll drink liquor more than wine. Like I just started drinking wine because my girl kind of like tap into it, but
It's the age of the wine.
It gets you emotional.
Age of the wine days.
oh yeah, I mean
Wine's
I
like
didn't.
that
Wine gets you emotional.
Oh, okay, I ain't experienced that yet.
Shit, for me, bro.
Look, my girl like Henny too, so we be drinking Henny together. But
I feel. Hey.
I just got put on the Remy. Remy's pretty nice.
Be hitting, bro.
It warmed the body up like ASAP. And like I said, I ain't a drinker, so that shit really get me. Like I'll take a little sip. I'm like, nigga, I'm loose. Like,
If you like Remy, you like Jameson, bro.
I do.
Jameson and
You
lemonade.
stay on Jameson.
That's the one.
Jameson
that's
lemonade?
The one liquor I threw up off of. Jameson.
Oh, what?
I had some Jameson. My bro had my guy. I won't even say his name. 'Cause I don't want to put it on blast now, but
Put him on blast, man.
Nah, it's cool. But he
He talking about his cousin, and you can't even put your boy on,
Talking about
man.
Feez, huh?
One of my homies had like some like liquid THC. And
okay.
he put 2 drops of that in the bottom of my shot of Jameson. And like
The shot in 1
yeah,
ounce.
so I took
You had the
2
limit?
I took 2 of them back to back, and then like I was lit. Like I said, I do not drink, so I'm lit. And then me and my girl go to Best Sushi Teriyaki, get some yaki, go back to the crib. This is pre-baby, so it was just me and her.
He was like, let's work it out.
Look, it was just me and her. I'm lit. I'm sitting on my bed, and I just turn over and I throw up all my yaki, and I pass out, black out, and I woke up like 5 hours later with a whole bunch of energy.
That's how you know your body love you, man.
Exactly. I never had
That's
a
how you
hangover,
know
but
when you do it.
I've been hella drunk.
When you throw it up,
Yeah.
and then you just go to sleep.
It was bad though.
Your body loves you. Them niggas who just black out, keep going, their body. Them niggas talking about.
No, he dead ass shit.
Niggas that I ain't never blacked out my whole life. My body won't let me.
If we die, we die. That's what a blackout means.
Man.
So you ain't taking
Niggas talk about rallying. I don't know anything about rallying.
So let's go to the best, nigga.
I know nothing about
You
rallying.
ain't never done Cinco de Mayo right then, man.
Hey, but
Never.
But wine is good. I've definitely had like some good dessert wine. It's hella sweet.
Do the menage a trois red wine, midnight.
Menage a trois.
I was not
Red
blacked
wine,
out.
midnight.
I wasn't blacked
bro.
out.
He was in there fighting.
You gonna-
I don't buy it like that,
Hey.
but if I
Nah,
come
it's
across
easy.
it,
It's easy.
I
It's
remember.
easy. $7 bottle.
I literally remember.
$7 bottle. Like,
It was vague.
they'll get her over. Like,
It's still something about
But I remember.
It's still something y'all
I was telling
fucking with
niggas,
the
I was pissed off about the
rosé.
french fries, too.
Rosé classic. I like that. I like that.
Why you niggas taking so long? Probably about 2 minutes. Probably 2 minutes before I got them.
I like juicy
I remember,
soda.
bro.
Like,
I remember.
I'm a juice nigga. Like,
Growing up, my mom it would be like, we drank a lot of water, and like she wouldn't let us drink juice and
can only
like
drink
special
grape
occasion.
juice.
That's a
Special
good mom.
occasion type
Yeah,
shit.
special
That's a good mom.
Yeah, so she raised me like that. So now that I'm out in the world, like I be getting what I couldn't get.
My mom had me on.
Yeah, right.
My mom had me on Tampico every single. Do you remember
Tampico slap with some water mixed in it.
No, I'm going straight Tampico, so I'm getting 26 grams of sugar per each.
It was slapping back in
every
the
4
day, but
ounces.
now I gotta mix some water in it because it's too thick.
that's too
That shit, it
thick.
feel like milk.
Yeah,
It's hella thick.
And
If you don't mix water with Tampico
You get
and
that
you
on
pass
your
21,
teeth
it's a,
instantly. man.
You can make that shit like a little frosty though.
I mean, we
Put
can
that
make
shit in ice
anything
cubes.
with the toothpick and put them in the freezer.
Damn
Come
right,
on,
yeah.
Damn, that's the
thick
real.
enough.
That's the
Hey.
real popsicle right there.
Come
That's the
on,
real
really though. We used to
popsicle.
put
enough.
we used to put the juice in the tray and put the toothpicks in there. That was popping back in the
niggas
day.
And then you got to
Niggas
get
did
the got to put the saran wrap over top.
Yeah,
or
that's
else,
true.
you know what I'm
But we-
saying?
I didn't know all that shit. We just
We
put-
were
I
kind
had
of
trial
Oh
and
yeah,
error.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
Actually,
had
we
tr-
had to make it.
Oh,
I
to
had
stick.
trial and
hold
error.
the toothpick up?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I had
yeah.
trial and error. 'Cause the first time I put it in, I was like, damn, how do I?
All to the side.
And then all of them was just all the toothpicks was in the corner when they froze.
Yeah, this shit was
You gotta eat it like you gotta eat it. Like
Found
this.
ways to
Can't
be
eat it like
creative.
this.
Hey.
All right, man. One of the last ones. Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, since it's going crazy this week.
I'm allergic to Chick-fil-A chicken because I'm allergic to peanut
Republicans.
and peanut oil. So they cook all their
shit, so
fried
you
chicken.
don't go to Five Guys either.
I go there for the burgers and like the Polish dogs, but not they cook their fries with peanut oil.
Oh, it's Five Guys only.
But when I be in the line, like they just got packs of peanuts everywhere. So like when you're in line, like you got to be a neighbor with a peanut. So it's impossible not to smell it.
Yeah,
You
it's
be
everywhere.
tripping?
Nah, I'm not. It's not about the senses, more so the taste. So, 'cause, like growing up, I'd be doing dishes like peanut butter on them and shit. Like I couldn't get out of that, but.
She said, I don't care about your allergies.
My mom would eat a
Mom
peanut
was like,
butter
"You better
sandwich.
wash
and
them damn
my
peanut
mom
butter
would throw the
dishes."
fork in the sink with
Y'all
the
give me
peanut butter on. I'm like,
flashbacks, bro.
all right.
Y'all give me some cold.
Hey, dishes was.
Mom, no water, no peanut butter.
Hey,
You use the same cup you started with this morning. You wash it, put it
Hey.
back on the counter.
having a
some
dishwasher
real
and
shit.
still washing with the
Open.
hands.
Yeah.
Be like, why we got the dishwasher for?
Oh my god.
That's how I grew up.
Hey, but I feel it though.
That's how I
I
grew
feel
up.
it. I feel it now.
I hand wash all my dishes all
Yeah,
the time.
definitely.
Bro, I got a habit of that now. I'm like,
I'm trying to use this.
Look, it would be the special occasion we could use this
I'm
dishwasher.
so used to it.
But I
I'm
feel
so
it
used
though.
to it now. I'm
Like
way
now,
too
I don't
used to it
mind
now.
busting out some subs real quick. So it's cool.
Oh, it's easy. Busting out says easy.
It's easy.
All right, man. The last three, you're going to fill in the blanks, man.
Last three?
The last three, you're going to fill in the blanks.
Okay.
If I had one superpower, I would be able to
Pause time.
pause time. What's the one thing you're going to do if you pause time? You done thought about this.
If I could pause time, the things I would do. Yeah.
First one.
First one.
You want to share that?
Sour.
Oh, nigga. You really said that.
Pause time. First thing I would do, I'd probably go into the vault of like a bank or some shit and get rich real quick. And then unpause time and like,
Niggas be like, what the fuck is happening?
Hey, yeah.
Joker was in here.
Niggas will blink. Niggas will blink and open up their eyes and that shit's empty. Yeah, it'll be like that.
Said, check the security cameras. I wasn't there.
Pause it right before you walk in. Pause it right before you walk in.
They don't have no proof of me in the building.
No proof.
All right, next one. If you could work with any artist, dead or alive, you would work with.
Dead or alive, Nipsey.
Yeah, man.
He's been my favorite artist since like 2009. So for the past like good 10 years solid, I've been a fan of him and how he moves. So
Absolutely,
always
man.
been someone I saw working with one day.
R.I.P. Net, man. Last one we got here. My name is Big Jones, and I'm a
Black man.
You're a
yo.
legend.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Caj Encee, M-Pyre, Feez, Germ, Big
yeah.
Jones. Catch us in here with us next Monday. We'll see y'all. We're out.
Yo.